Hello, it's Average Row, and welcome back to Mass Effect 2. I am so happy to be back in the Normandy SR2. I took the weekend off just because I had a lot going on, but we're back, guys. We're back with Mass Effect 2. Let's just hop right into it. I'll go ahead and explain what's on the schedule for today. If you see the title, yes, got Ringy in the chat, and his hype is warranted because it is the collector ship, our second priority mission in the game, and we are just off the back of the amazing Lair of the Shadow Broker DLC, and we had lots of fun with that. I spent like 35 minutes just wandering around the Shadow Broker base, reading all like the cool lore and extra stuff they had there, which was lots of fun. And not every episode can be centered around like one of the best missions in the Mass Effect trilogy, you know. But this episode, again, we will be doing the collector ship, but I'm also thinking of doing a side mission cleanup. So we'll be doing a bunch of N7 missions, but I try to do at least 2 main story missions a game. And I know I've been using the term main story missions. Basically, a main story mission to me in Mass Effect 2 specifically are any of the priority missions, so like Priority Horizon, Priority Collector Ship, Reaper IFF. Main story missions also include recruitment missions. I don't think we have any dossiers left though, and of course loyalty missions. So I try to do at least 2 a session. So I'm going to try to do Priority Collector Ship, a few side missions, and Jacob's loyalty mission, just to get it out of the way. But it still counts as a main story mission. So that's what I'm going to try and get to today. I do not believe I made my rounds at the end of the last session. Alright, that's our sign that we have the collector ship. We are locked in. We can no longer do any other mission. Because we timed our 5 mission countdown perfectly. We recruited Tali, Thane, Samara, and we did Miranda's loyalty mission and the entire Lair of the Shadow Broker DLC. That's how it's done, guys. That's how it's done.
Commander.
I'm just gonna make my rounds real quick.
Good for now. Fractured my thumb on
So
the
not
knee,
even
but I made my point.
That's it.
not even
Garrett.
Garrus. Joker has anything to say. Actually, I am gonna ask him
Commander.
what he thinks about
What do you think about the people we're picking up?
we took on the last
The ones you
mission.
went out with last. Well, I always liked Tally, so let's just move on. It's just my opinion, though. There's really no need to go spreading it around.
That's it for now.
No comment on Liara, interestingly enough. I actually didn't know that. I didn't know he didn't comment on Liara if you ask him right after the Shadow Broker DLC. But isn't that just so fitting? For Tali, he's just like, well, I always liked her, let's move on. I mean, nothing else to say. Everyone loves Tali. But we do have a lot of loyalty missions queued up, so a lot of our squad mates don't have anything to say since they're just waiting for us to do their loyalty mission, and that includes Jacob and Morden. So let's move on to deck 3. Stop by, get a comment from Kasumi. I don't think Miranda will have anything new to say because we've already talked to her after her loyalty mission. Garrus has his queued up, so we can't talk to him. We can talk to Thane, maybe. Maybe Samara as well.
Hey, Shepard.
She's so cute. I
One
love
of the girls
Kasumi.
in navigation thinks she might be pregnant. Even aboard a Cerberus vessel, life finds a way.
I'll just assume that there was no shenanigans going on. We haven't been on the mission that long for stuff to be going down on the ship.
Do you need something?
Have a few minutes to talk?
If you wish.
Yes.
The last time we talked, you started speaking about a past event as if you were watching it.
Drell have perfect memories. We can relive any moment.
Perfect clarity. I gotta remember that, because whenever I try to describe that Drell ability, I can never think of that word that he
Let's
used.
call it solipsism.
What do you mean, solipsism?
When a memory feels as real as life.
Oh, what's
as
up,
valid
Stoke?
as life.
In the chat.
Thinking about it brings back the smell of cut grass, the warmth of another's hand on yours, the taste of another's tongue in your
I
mouth.
feel like that would be such a blessing and a curse, being able to relive any memory
Staring at walls,
in
metal,
perfect
plastic.
clarity. You could get lost in them, but then you could also be tortured by them. You know what I mean?
Isn't there a risk that you could lose yourself in bad memories as well?
Of course. Remembering the times
Like,
I
would
did
you
it
want to risk that?
unpleasant.
Would you want that ability? Like, let me know. Let me know in the comments on YouTube or in the chat if you guys are watching. Let me know if, like, would you want to be able to live any memory in perfect clarity?
You can remember everything that happened in your life?
Nearly. I expect if we remembered the birth trauma, we'd never recover from it.
You can relive every assassination you've ever
And how cool is that? An assassin that can relive every hit in perfect clarity, yeah.
Every target's last
Makes you better, because you can just replay the film over and over in your head.
That sounds difficult. At any moment, you could relive the guilt.
Rinji says, I get lost in cringe memories every night, lol. Don't we
My
all?
employers killed them.
Oh, I just thought of a couple. I was just like, ugh, why did I do that? No.
The gun responsible.
My gun can't decide right from wrong. You clearly do.
My soul does, but my body is merely.
Not sure if I agree with Thane on his view
Flesh's reflexes were honed to
of assassins.
Drell minds are different from humans.
May just
We see
been
our
his
bodies
culture.
as
I'm not
vessels,
sure,
and
but
acceptance does not always
that's
ever
definitely a
arrive.
controversial take as far as humans are concerned. I feel.
So you don't assume any responsibility for the things you do?
Not every action performed by my body is a result of conscious choices. I take responsibility for those that are.
This is why I like Thane. He's just very interesting to talk to, in my opinion. It automatically makes him a top tier character as far as I'm concerned.
For the body's death, our belief is just a bit more literal.
Okay,
The
so let
last
me ask you
time we
about
talked,
that
you
wife.
remembered one of your assassinations. Something about sunset-colored eyes?
That time. Laser dot trembles on the skull. Spice on the spring wind. Sunset eyes, defiant in the scope. A bystander noticed my spotting laser and threw herself between me and the target. She couldn't see me, but she stared me down.
It was odd that you just blurted that out. Just another vivid drone.
It's a meaningful one.
No.
Oh, she was a vivid person. Oh man, Thane.
Did you take the shot?
Not that day.
Not that day. I just came back later.
I should get back to my duties.
See, and his story unfolds little by little. I remember playing this for the first time, and I was able to catch on. Like, I think he's talking about like a past, lover or someone he loved.
Haven't had a chance to speak to a draw before.
I gotta be careful not to romance him. Not that it's a bad romance, it's just not one I'm picking for Shepard. Or my Shepard, this playthrough. He does have a good romance, though, just very short-lived. Pun fully intended.
I am glad you came.
Talk to Samara, and I don't think we've talked to her yet. I think maybe
It's
once.
not easy for me.
It's alright.
When we met on Iliad,
Not that I don't like Samara. Samara fans might think I'm doing her dirty, but I am gonna skip
Did
through
you say you'd pick
I
up the
know
trail?
where she
her
is right now.
her conversations.
Omega.
She's just talking about
Killing her
her
is the
loyalty
life of
mission,
us
really.
400 years.
Tell me about her.
She is an Ardot.
Yeah,
It is a
learned about
charm
Ardat
from a
Yakshi,
dead Asari
demon of the
island,
night winds.
but
Yep.
That is mythology. She is simply a very dangerous woman who kills without mercy.
So
They'd be
is an
pretty
Ardot
scary if you
Yakshi
think
a
about it.
special kind of murderer?
Morin suffers a rare genetic disorder. When she mates with you,
Asari are typically considered very attractive, at least by humans. And by humans, I mean me. And one that is just so easily seduces you because they learn like what you like and what you dislike, and then they, the moment you sleep with them, they suck your soul out of your body, not in a good way, and you just die. Oh, terrible.
Why isn't this ever mentioned in Asari literature or art?
When we were primitive, there was much fascination with Ardot Yakshi. Some cultures worshipped them as gods of destruction. Now the Asari have a place in the galaxy, and they don't wish this defect to be widely known.
That's cool.
As
There was
far
a
as I
cultural
know,
shift
only 3 exist
with
today.
Ardot Yakshi. They
Two
weren't
chose a life
necessarily
of
loved, but they were respected and
ran.
feared. Not that they're not feared anymore,
ran.
but that was more when they were primitive and less involved in, on a galactic scale because there wasn't anyone around. But as the galactic society developed, they were viewed as like an eyesore, something they just wanted to keep hidden,
I don't know that I blame her for
She is a tragic figure, but not a sympathetic one. If she refuses, it is an addictive
But yeah,
condition.
they're definitely
Remember
super
how
interesting, and
addicted we
you
are.
know,
If
a
Morinth does not
flaw
want to kill
presented
her,
to
she
what
won't
up
be.
until this point was viewed as like a pretty perfect and peak species. You know, I don't want to say perfect because that's a very strong word, but you know, they have been the lead species in the galaxy. You know, so and it's easy to view them as flawless to a degree.
This is definitely
She
worthy of-
confuses her victims, twists their feelings.
We need to stop her.
Thank you, Commander.
Did I just unlock her loyalty mission?
This creature, this
You said this is genetic.
3,
Yeah.
and 3 Ardat Yakshi are in existence today.
Rila, Falere, and
As it
Morinth.
sounds.
Rila and Falere we won't
As
meet
long
until
as the
Mass
wild
Effect
one.
3.
She was happy and
I forget
free.
which one dies.
Selfish.
Rila dies. Sacrifices herself to save everybody else. Yeah, and then Falere survives, and we're gonna kill Morinth in her loyalty mission, so... Sorry, Samara.
I cannot imagine what this is like.
I do not want pity, Shepard. My daughter's condition is my fault. Do not pity me. Simply
How
understand.
did all this happen?
I learned so much. I could finally sit
She wasn't really the best
rest
mother, I
and enjoy
feel.
my family.
Just because she had her duty as a
But in one
Justicar,
moment,
but...
it was all taken away.
Even so, she still cares so... Like, her entire life is just... The only thing that distracts her from work is her children, you know?
Sounds terrible.
I sat in a med lab while I gave up. Now my purpose is to destroy my own children.
Pretty
Those
tragic.
moments change you.
And I've help me find my long-lost daughter.
We'll go find Morinth.
Oh, so we did unlock her loyalty mission. Unlocked it before Thane. You know, Thane's a much more talkative person. It takes time for him to kind of mellow out, I guess. I don't know if that's the right term for it, but oh yeah, we didn't stop by Miranda. Go ahead and stop by Miranda. Yes, I would like to know the Hawkeye trailer came out today. Check out my reaction on my YouTube channel. Cool trailer. Really love Haley Steinfeld, so I was really hyped for that.
There's a lot to do, Shepard.
All right, Miranda's.
Of course, Commander.
You know, we pretty much advanced, you know, a decent amount with Miranda after that loyalty mission, and you know, became pretty good friends at this point, I would say. So let's go ahead and check out this last floor. Tally, we can talk to. Jack, we cannot. Grunt, we cannot. And Zaid. So we'll just talk to Zaid and Tally. Yeah, I don't know if I want to be able to relive memories. I think that might be a little too dangerous. Reminds me of this thing I saw on Reddit recently where, like, through augmented reality, it was like in South Korea, like this company built like this VR thing that lets you, like, not resurrect, but basically this mother lost a daughter to some rare blood disease or something, and she, in her VR set, she saw her daughter and like her voice, and like got to like interact with the daughter again. And you know, and that was a way for her to get closure and whatnot. But it's just kind of like, got to be careful with that kind of stuff because it might be might make it harder to move on for some people. You know, it might be too tempting to just like slip into that replay over and over again. It's kind of like how you save a voicemail from somebody who passed away that you cared about, but that dialed to 11. You know what I mean? Sorry for talking over you, Saeed. Sorry. Don't hurt me. Oh yeah, I mean, a perfect example is Kasumi's gray box with her boyfriend, her dead boyfriend. You know, like, that's dangerous in my opinion. Basically, like, Drells have their own organic gray box that they can just tap into at any time.
Shepard, I'm glad
Oh,
you came.
Tally's loyalty mission lined up. Like I said, Act 2, it's all about loyalty.
The migrant fleet. The Admiralty Board.
We will get into this more
Nobody who knows
when we
But
tackle
thanks.
her loyalty
I
mission.
appreciate your faith.
But
I have no idea what they're
those
up to.
Quarians, very
What happens
nitpicky
when Aquarians-
about their rules
There's a
and
hearing. My father,
their
the
hatred for the
punishment
Geth.
of prison is exile. If they convict me, I can never go back.
yeah, definitely. Basement dwellers in Inception, if you've seen that movie, very
So you
good
have no way to
comparison.
know it.
I won't know anymore. If Not that it really matters. And an exile can still have children. She had good intentions. The Pateric... She was pardoned posthumously. I'll program the Norman.
Cool. Alright, Ken and Gabby, they didn't say anything when we walked by them, weirdly enough. So that's it. Alright, it took like 10 minutes, 15 minutes I'd say. Pretty standard, now that we have all of our squad mates except for Legion. But let's go ahead and talk to the Elusive Man and get this collectorship mission underway.
The Elusive Man wishes to speak to you in the debriefing room.
I don't know, I kind of liked... Well, in terms of the trailer, I could have done without the Christmas music, but I think it also helped... set the tone, I feel. A lot of people were surprised about that, including myself, and I think it's going to be a really fun show. They're going for like a more grounded show like Falcon and the Winter Soldier, but less dramatic and more fun. You know, obviously there's going to be some drama. It's a superhero thing, but I don't know, I think it's going to be overall really fun.
Patrol. They stumbled onto a collector ship beyond the Corliss system. The Turians were wiped out, but not before they crippled the collector vessel. I need you to board that ship and get some hard data on the collectors. Find us a way to get to their home world.
Yep.
Hard to imagine how a Turian patrol could take out a collector's ship.
Reports indicate the hull's intact, but all systems seem to be offline. They could be making repairs as we speak. I'm not saying it won't be dangerous, but we can't let an opportunity like this slip by.
It's a small window here.
If they had a patrol out there, why aren't the Turians sending a recon team in?
Intercepted.
Eventually. But I intercepted the transmissions. In the meantime, we're feeding them false reports. You're close enough that you can be in and out before the Turians learn the truth.
Poor Turians. Sorry, guys. This is a human matter, though.
You sure this information's good?
Information is my weapon, Shepard. It's good.
Yeah. We'll see how that plays out. Haley is very attractive, so if she likes playing some, like, you know,
already sent.
LARPy, nerdy, shut-in who's obsessed with Hawkeye. I'm not sure how that's going to work out. Not that nerdy people can't be attractive, but I think you know what I'm trying to, what I'm getting at. Yeah, man, nerds have evolved. For sure, yeah, I wouldn't classify myself as part of that evolution, but yeah, main story missions, I always take Garrus and Miranda. Just because obviously Garrus is the homie, and Miranda, she gets shafted in Mass Effect 3 in terms of screen time, so, but she doesn't deserve that, so I always take her on the main story missions. Okay, I gotta hold on to my upgrade points because I really don't want to upgrade my cryo ammo. I realized a while ago while rewatching some of the footage, whenever I reference my Paragon bar, my face cam is always blocking it. I'm gonna move it back, but I just want you guys to be able to see it. We're basically full, so yay us. Doing a really good job. Whoops, wrong screen. Okay, here we go. Anyway. Man, Miranda is looking deadly. We now have level 4 warp. Let's see. Recharge time might be nice. Heavy warp though. You know what? Let's just go for detonation radius. Nah. Yeah, we're gonna go for the extra damage. Warp isn't I never really think of warp as like too powerful, so it's nice to have that extra damage. I think this is another instance I just want to use a cane, just because that arena is just so bad against that. I forget what they're called, but you know, the big collector mini boss class. I don't. The first time on Horizon, the arena is okay. You have lots and lots of cover, but on higher difficulties, on the collector ship, fighting one of those in the arena they give you, it's just so bad. So I think I'm gonna try to get a cane shot off on him. Garrus is good. Miranda is good. Alright, let's do this. Renji says, your Paragon is always maxed by like the second level. Yeah, I mean, two factors to that. One, kill it in Mass Effect 1. Two, don't do the main stuff until you've done enough side stuff. That's it. It's really easy, you know, it's really easy. Well, and you have to know what Paragon to hit, or things to say, obviously, but as long as you have enough Paragon by the point you get there, you know, it's like a snowball. You know, that's why, like, when I watch people playing through the game blind, I don't cringe, because, you know, my first playthrough was cringe, you know, but, you know, it always kind of hurts me when they do the story missions too soon. Because just, like, now you're, you know, that story mission would have, like, a +20 Paragon dialogue or choice, but you're not able to do it because you're doing it too soon. So not only do you not have enough Paragon to get that, you also don't get that extra Paragon you would get if you were able to get that, you know? So it just snowballs. As long as you stay on top of the Paragon and you only do missions until you're ready and have enough Paragon, you'll always have enough Paragon. But it's just knowing when to do the missions at the right time. Like, perfect example, in this playthrough of Mass Effect 2, I did not do Zaid's loyalty mission right away because I knew that there was a morality check in that. And so I saved it until closer to the end of my first act, my Act 1 section of missions. And in doing so, I was able to catch that, you know, so yay for me. That not only contributes a lot of Paragon, but it also gives me, you know, a good story immersion and good, I was able to get his loyalty, you know. And like I mentioned, I also get extra Paragon for being able to hit that. So, I don't know. It just comes with experience, and I feel like after like 2 playthroughs, like anyone will get a good idea of how to approach Mass Effect in terms of making sure they get the morality right. And like, I also feel that, you know, it is kind of sad that on the surface you would think, oh, it allows the flexibility to just pick whatever you want in the moment, Renegade or Paragon. But genuinely, if you want like a good playthrough, I would say, and good not in terms of preference, but strictly gameplay and mechanics, you know, in terms of like wanting to save the Geth and the Quarians, wanting to make sure Zaid is loyal, being able to save the Vermeer survivor in the Citadel queue in Mass Effect 3 without having to kill them, you know, keeping Miranda alive. If you want all to hit all those, you really have to go hard Renegade or hard Paragon, you know, and that's kind of you know, something that the series has always been criticized for, because it's not a true role-playing in that essence, you know. But Mass Effect 3 kind of addressed that, to where it wasn't Paragon or Renegade you needed, it's morality. And Paragon and Renegade requirements were only reserved for very specific situations, but overall, just morality in general is what you needed. And that's why, you know, throughout my Mass Effect 1 playthrough and this playthrough, I've been just using morality as a blanket term, but that technically wasn't introduced until the 3rd entry. But anyway, let's go ahead and move through this. There is no combat until we get to the end of this, and then we'll have to fight our way out. Classic Mass Effect 1 setup.
Maybe the defense towers softened it for the Turians.
The missing colonists might be aboard, if they're still alive.
These are the same containers the collectors used on Horizon. Only these are empty.
Horrible. Trapped in these pods, completely at the mercy of the collectors.
I just love Turian helmets, dude. Their armor looks so sick. Sick as in the game, for sure. Talk about these dead bodies. Very grim. That's so messed up, bro. So messed up.
must have been used for testing. I'd say these.
Did I see that it's Dashy's 10-year YouTube anniversary? I did see that. I saw you uploaded that. I didn't watch the I didn't watch his upload though. I saw the thumbnail and I saved it to my watch later playlist. Yes, I actually use watch later on YouTube for videos I want to watch later. Apparently that's just a weird thing, and I'm weird for doing that. But you know, I don't have the time to always, once I see a video, immediately watch it right away. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna get around to watching that. Dashy is a, I don't want to say he's a huge YouTuber, like at the level of like Jacksepticeye or Markiplier, or you know, people like that who've just been, you know, the face of YouTube gaming for so long. But he's definitely big in my opinion, and he's hilarious. I've been watching him for a long time. Yeah, I love Dashy. Go check him out if you like just craziness. He doesn't really do Let's Plays unless his subscribers ask him to, but in general he just has lots of fun playing like scary games, lots of Nintendo, things like that. So
There are worse things than death, like being a test subject for twisted aliens.
Is that supposed to make me feel better? Because it didn't.
alright, got that extra Paragon. Okay. Now, lots of big stuff happens here. We get a new awesome weapon, or we can get extra training. It's up to us. Also, plot-wise, we get revealed right here, actually, that the collectors are more than meets the eye. What's that? Here we go.
That's a collector. Were they experimenting on one of their own?
Edie, I'm uploading the data from this terminal. See if you can figure out what they were up to.
Data received. Analyzing. The collectors were running baseline genetic comparisons between their species and humanity.
Are they looking for similarities?
I have no hypothesis on their motivations. All I have are the preliminary results. They reveal something remarkable. A quad-strand genetic structure identical to traces collected from ancient ruins. Only one race is known to have this structure, the Protheans.
Dun dun dun. I love the music drop there. One thing real quick, something that's always bothered me about subtitles is when there's a big twist revealed in the dialogue, but they have this gigantic sentence, and the twist is revealed in the subtitles before they say it. And it's not just a Mass Effect, it happens all the time in TV shows and movies and anime and stuff like that. It always bothered me when they did that, because it ruins the drop, man. It ruins the drop.
My God. The Protheans didn't vanish. They're just working for the Reapers now.
These are no longer Prothean, Shepard. Their genes show distinct signs of extensive genetic rewrite. The Reapers
Oh, nice. That'd make a sick text tone. Data received, analyzing. You check your phone.
Reapers didn't wipe out the Protheans. They turned them into monsters and enslaved them. Still, they're working for the Reapers now, and we have to stop them.
They're not doing to us what they did to the Protheans.
Let's find what we need before the Collectors come to salvage this vessel. Move out.
And here's our new weapon. We can either get training in a different weapon class, or a really good weapon in a class we already have. But my lack of Vanguard knowledge is shining through now, because I just realized that we don't have any of the weapon classes here. So assault rifle, you would get the oh so amazing, what's it? It's not the Vindicator. Revenant, I think is what it's called. It's a red assault rifle. Super high rate of fire, only short to medium range though. But it just shreds. It absolutely shreds, especially if you have like incendiary and what's the other one? I'm blanking. The one for synthetics. I'll remember it in a second. But like for soldiers, it's a dream to have that gun. It's just amazing. Oh no, we have the shotgun. Duh. Can you tell I haven't played this game in a while? On my standards. A while for me is like a few days, but still. So we can get the Claymore. Previously, we've only seen it because Grunt can get it if you get his upgrade. So I'm gonna grab myself a Claymore. I don't think I would love to have a sniper, but you know, I typically never add the training if I play as like a tech or biotic oriented class. I always stick with the weapons they give because it kind of I don't know, it kind of ruins the integrity of that class playthrough, in my opinion. Like, what's a Vanguard if they're just staying back and sniping people? You know, that's not how a Vanguard plays, or should play at least. Or what's an infiltrator if they just have like a high-powered assault rifle? You know, it just doesn't feel right. I always just go for the ones you already have. So let's go ahead and get ourselves the Claymore Heavy Shotgun. I'm not sure if it's any better than the Geth Plasma Shotgun, but I might just stick with it, just because, you know, typically any of the 3 weapons you get here is good enough to use for the rest of the game. So that includes the Claymore. I might switch depending on how I feel. But, yeah, lastly, the sniper you get, I think, is the Black Widow, which is just really good, too. So it says you have 1 shot, but it doesn't really feel like it. You know, every time you shoot, it just reloads. You know, it's just... It essentially adds up to just a slow fire rate. Are those Mass Effect no squad mate vids? No, I don't remember those. Is it when he just basically makes his squad mates useless and just upgrades himself in the right way and uses the right weapons to just destroy people? I think that, yeah, actually now that I think about it, I think I do remember that video. And he was using the Claymore. Yeah. That's unsurprising. The Claymore's sick.
There must be hundreds of them. How many do you think are full?
Too many.
I detect no signs of life in the pod ship.
The fact that I was comparing it to the Geth Plasma Shotgun is less about how cool it is the Claymore's as good as the Geth Plasma Shotgun, and more about how cool the Geth Plasma Shotgun is in the same tier as the Claymore, because the Claymore is like the face of Mass Effect shotguns as far as I'm concerned. Because you do also, it's also in Mass Effect 3 as well, so, as is the Geth Plasma Shotgun, but for me, I've always preferred the Geth Plasma Shotgun, but who knows. Can I just say GPS? And not think about like Google Maps or something? GPS instead of Geth Plasma Shotgun? I don't know.
I'll take it.
Thank God for no hacking minigames.
Commander, you gotta hear
Yeah.
this. On a hunch, I asked EE to run an analysis on this ship.
I compared the EM profile against data recorded by the original Normandy 2 years ago. They are an exact match.
The same ship dogging me for 2 years? Way beyond coincidence.
Something doesn't add up, Commander. Watch your back.
Really, all I think that adds up to is I think they just targeted Shepard specifically because we were viewed as dangerous by them. So I don't. If there's anything else they were suggesting with that, I've always missed it. But
This is unbelievable.
They could take every human in the Terminus systems and not have enough to fill these pods.
They're going to target Earth.
Not if we stop them.
so when I first played this game, I was like looking at, wow, yeah, these are a lot of pods. At like these ones here. But then I looked up and I was like, wait, all those like tiny dots, that's one pod. And there's just, jeez, they really want to harvest us. But this is pretty much the end of the strolling through the collector ship session.
There, on the platform.
Now the fight begins.
Where are the bodies of the collector crew? Careful, Shepard. Something doesn't feel right about this.
Edie, I'm setting up a bridge between you and the collector ship. See if you can get anything useful from the databanks.
I don't think I've properly prepared myself. This mission is,
Data mine in
like,
progress.
in terms of like the right state of mind, I haven't prepared myself because this mission is actually pretty tough. So I gotta like get ready for a fight here. Harbinger, we meet again.
That can't be good.
It's a trap. What's messed up is the elusive man knew that this was gonna happen, but he made us. He just hid the truth from us so we would take the risk and get the data. Kind of like the beginning of Winter Soldier, where S.H.I.E.L.D. kept Captain America out of the loop just so he would put himself at risk and get what they needed. See, whenever the Collector soundtrack kicks in,
We need a little help here, Edie.
always gives me a little like not chills, but it just creeps me out. Get up, Garrus, come on, you're better than that. You hear like the drums in the background, makes me feel like I'm going through Moria right now.
Better get it done fast.
Let's get in there, as I like to say. Oh wait, hold on, Scion, just kidding. Just kidding. Ooh, headshot. Killed that guy in 2 shots there. Oh, that's right, I got a hug cover here. Miss, miss, miss. Ah, he's assuming direct control. I don't know why I'm using this. Let's just switch to the Locust. The heavy pistol is definitely the weakest part of my kit. Oh my goodness, I'm getting like stunned and stuff. You know, I have biotic abilities. Imagine that. I'm not gonna whip any of them out right now, though. Oh, thank you, Garrus. Oops, I missed. Whoops. Send you flying off your platforms. Stay behind cover. As long as you're hugging cover. Oh, there's another one! See, and if you get hit by them, like, it delays your shield recharge. It looks like my teammates have been whittling away at them. That was a really good warp by Miranda, actually. Should I just go up to him with my... Miranda, I don't want to look at your butt right now. God. Get out of the way. The one occasion I would prefer not to. Alright, let's get in. I'm a Vanguard. I don't know what cover is. That hurt! Still got him though. I'm a Vanguard.
My attacks will tear you apart.
Oh, I missed. I missed again! That's the one thing, if you have shitty aim like me, the Claymore is like, it drops a whole tier. Oh my goodness! I gotta start just comboing it with biotic charge, because it just puts me right in front of them.
Shepard, you must manually re-establish my link to the command console.
Where is it? Oh, it's over here. Duh. Not out of it yet. Not out of it yet.
I've regained control of the platform.
I like genuinely forgot I had biotic abilities I could use.
I knew you wouldn't let us down, Edie.
I always work at optimal capacity.
Did you get what we needed?
I found data that would help us successfully navigate the Omega-4 route.
Alright.
I have also found the Turian distress call that served as the lure for this trap. The collectors were the source. It is unusual.
It seems logical to me that they would have sent the initial message as bait.
No, it is unusual because Turian emergency channels have secondary encryption. It is corrupted in the message. It is not possible that the elusive man would believe the distress call was genuine.
Played
Why are you
us.
so sure?
I found the anomaly with Cerberus detection protocols. He wrote them.
He knew it was a trap? Why would he send us into a trap?
I really feel like Shepard would actually say he betrayed us in this situation, but I'm trying to milk Paragon here.
We don't have time to throw blame around. We'll question him when we're out.
This is a bad time to become an optimist, Shepard.
Where's Garrus?
No, the commander's right. There must be some other explanation.
They've mixed up the models there. While Garrus was talking, it was on Miranda, then vice versa. Mass Effect's gonna Mass Effect.
I do not have full control of their systems. I will do what I can. Sending coordinates for shuttle extraction.
Let's move.
Alright, let's get out of here. Okay. That first part, in my opinion, is one of the tougher parts. So, because you basically just fight a bunch of standard drones the rest of the time here. There will be a couple more scions, but in much more favorable arenas, in my opinion.
Hostile. Keep going. Taking heavy fire.
Oh god. Oh god. Eat Claymore, bitch. Claymore heavy shotgun. Let's keep it moving here. I'm getting shot from the... Take cover, you idiot! Whoa, that damage.
Nothing stands against us.
Can't target them. Trouble ahead.
Oh god. Decent range on this too. Let's head up this way. Oh, he's got one of the special guns. Almost out of ammo here. Oh, got some husks up in here. Ooh, that was close, that was close. Let's go ahead. I'm running out of ammo. Let's switch to our Locust. I will say husks are much easier to deal with if you actually have decent powers. Something that soldiers don't have. I've actually never really been too intimidated by the Harbingers. Just because, I mean, at like Insanity, obviously they're a threat, but I mean, the other guys do just as much damage, I feel, if you're not in cover, so. It's the Scions I worry about. That's really it. I think there's something back here, actually, if I remember correctly. What's that? Here we go. Oh, is something else? Medkit? Ah, we don't need that. It's 100 credits. We'll take it. Wherever that was. Where was that? Here we go. Ran right past it. Excuse me, guys. Okay, here we go. Let's keep it moving. Still got quite a fight ahead of us. I'd say we're maybe halfway through. Oh, wait, no, this is the fight. You can kind of see what I mean by like this is just a terrible arena, because even like if you're down there, there's a bunch of husks, right? I'm gonna wait till his health bar shows up to shoot my cane at him. Okay. Here we go. Bye-bye. Alright, instant death for him. Now we take cover and clean up. What the fuck? He's still alive! He's still alive! I'm an idiot! I forgot that I don't think you can instant kill them because they have that that system where they like go into cover. Shit. This music's like super fitting now. I'm actually like sweating. There's, like I gotta be able to kill him with a cane. The cane doesn't. The cane kills in one hit. That's what the cane does. That's the whole point of the cane. So I must have done something wrong or something. I don't know. Where are my teammates? Are they dead? Shit, he's really close. Fucking die! Jeez. Yes, I was mistaken when I said clean up. I turned around and like, I tried to turn the corner and he's like still floating there. I was like, what the heck? Jeez. But we handled it. I mean, the cane did help. His armor was already tremendously low.
80, we got a problem here.
We're locked in, but we're gonna go this way. Yeah, his armor was basically gone by the time we got the barrier down. We had to like, if you notice, like every time we would just like sprinkle him with locust bullets and he would go into his recharge state, and then we would just do it again like 3 times in a row. Like, so we basically like shortened the length of time between recharging phases, so we were able to whittle him down to his armor way fast. Right, wait, hold on, that's not what I want to take out. Let's go back to our claymore.
Hostile.
Let's go here. There was a guy here. Okay. Oh god! Oh shit.
This hurts you.
This hurts you. Like, I don't know, I feel like I could have thought of something a little more intimidating to say. This hurts you. I know you feel this. Help! Thank you! That actually did hurt me, and I actually did feel that. This sign's like chilling and like, is it my time to go yet? My time? No? Not yet, not yet. Alright, here it comes. Stay in cover. Way off with that lift. Ah! I wanted to kill him before he got taken over. I think this is the last tough part before we just have to go through a bunch of husks and stuff. Let's just empty all of our ammo here into him. Miranda just walked up and wanted to die. See, Garrus knows what's up. Where's Garrus at? See, I don't even know where he is. That's how good at it he is at taking cover. Is he right next to me? There he is. Alright, keep it moving.
Commander, I hate to rush you, but those weapons are about to come online. Might want to double time it, so we can leave before they blow the Normandy in half.
Yeah, this is the last section here. Just a bunch of husks. Like bowling pins, my friends.
This should slow him down.
There's a lot of them too. Man, that makes it so easy. And that's it, guys. Collector ship done. Collector ship done.
Everybody onto the Normandy. Move!
Strap in, people! I'm gonna make him work for it this time.
Technically, I think we've gotten all the upgrades. We got the armor and the shields and the Thanix cannon already. We could take it out right now. You know what I mean? But best not to take that risk, I guess.
Forever, Edie. Get us the hell out of here.
Specify a destination, Mr. Moreau.
Anywhere that's not here.
Very well. Engaging Mass Effect core.
That might be my thumbnail. We'll see. We'll see. I always try to call it out when I'm, you know, in the middle of the stream. Cool. One other thing with the Claymore, like, I don't know, I think I might like the Geth Plasma Shotgun more. I think you have more ammo, more base ammo, and you get the charge shot. It's more versatile because you could do the charge shot or just the standard shot.
From the Elusive Man, Commander. Figure you've got a few words for him, too.
Shepard, looks like Edie extracted some interesting data before the collector ship came back online.
So the Elusive Man is voiced by Martin Sheen, and I just watched a movie with Martin Sheen in it. It was the Amazing Spider-Man 1, the first Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, and he played a really good Uncle Ben, but all I could hear was the Elusive Man, because it's literally just his voice. He's not putting on a voice for this character or anything. He's just talking.
But I was confident in your abilities. And don't forget Edie. The collectors couldn't have anticipated her.
You could have told me the plan.
I needed the...
Okay, they bicker. That's what they always do.
I don't risk.
We'll go ahead and skip through it.
Edie confirmed. All we need to do is get our hands on one of those IFFs.
I'm guessing you have a plan.
I need you to go and pick up its IFF.
Where'd you find a derelict Reaper?
So we can actually go... I'm pretty sure you can go straight to the IFF mission if you want. Again, if you want, but it's just not a good idea. I typically try to save everything before... I do everything I can before the IFF. Because the IFF, you get Legion, and you want...
a 37 million year old derelict Reaper. We found it damaged.
I'm gonna skip through this actually, so he's not talking over me, or I'm not talking over him.
But I won't call it safe. There's no trace of the species that took the shot. Perhaps it was their one moment of defiance before being wiped out.
I get the feeling this
we lost contact. Initial.
I always did like that mystery. We don't know what took out this Reaper. I personally like to think it was the Leviathan of Dis or something similar, but
Edie,
of course.
I like his theory as well. Like it was like the last act of defiance before the rest of the Reapers wiped out that species,
so
whatever it was.
Man didn't sell us out. Could have fooled me.
I'll try to remember my thought on the IFF mission.
There really wasn't any other choice. Let's just hope this IFF works.
My analysis is accurate, Shepard. I have also determined the approximate location of the Collector homeworld, based on navigational data from their vessel.
Galactic core.
That can't be right.
Edie doesn't make mistakes. The Collector homeworld is located somewhere in the galactic core.
Can't be. The core is just black holes and exploding suns. There are no habitable planets there.
Could be an artificial construction. Space station protected by powerful mass effect fields and radiation shields.
Even the Collectors don't have that kind of technology.
The Collectors are just servants of our real enemy. And we've all seen what their masters are capable of. They built the mass relays and the Citadel. Who's to say they can't build a space station surrounded by black holes? No wonder nobody's ever returned from a trip to the Omega-4 mass relay.
The logical conclusion is that a small safe zone exists on the far side of the relay, a region where ships can survive. Standard relay transit protocols would not allow safe transport. Drift of several thousand kilometers is common, and would be fatal in the galactic core. The Reaper IFF must trigger the relay to use more advanced encrypted protocols.
Oh.
Just because we can
Whoops.
follow the collectors through the relay
That would have
doesn't
been a
mean we
big
can
mistake.
take them
I
out.
still don't think. I think
We'll
even
go
if you
after them
say
and
that,
let them know we're ready.
you don't. It doesn't
Sooner
lock
or
you in
later
or
we need that
anything.
IFF.
But better
I
safe than
say,
sorry.
why wait?
Jacob, this is why no one likes you.
What if the collectors are waiting for us? We may want to build up our team.
Why wait? You know, let's just go do it. No one's loyal, but who the hell cares? It's not like we're attempting like one of the most important missions in galactic history.
The more people we have on our side, the better our chances
I
of
say,
success.
why wait?
We need
Oh
to
my
keep building
God,
up the
Jacob,
team.
come on, man.
It's your call, Commander. Whatever you decide, we're with you.
Glad it's not your call, Jacob, but man. Jacob. He's like that kid that just they try their best, but man. You still love him though, but man. Let these updates get out of the way. Yes, IFF. So whenever I beat the collector ship mission, it makes me feel like I'm about to beat the game, even though technically there's still a lot to do. But in the grand scheme of things, there's really not much left to do. You just have to do all the loyalty missions. I know that sounds crazy, but like, you know, just loyalty missions, which are all optional technically. Like, it's all optional stuff in between us and the end of the game. But I'm obviously going to do all the loyalty missions, and then it's just a bunch of, you know, N7 side mission cleanup. That's it. We have all the DLCs done except for Arrival, which we're going to do after the game. But yeah, you genuinely could get the IFF, get Legion, and then go to the suicide mission. And I could do that like next session. I could attempt the suicide mission next session if I wanted, but I'm obviously not going to do that. We are going to, the rest of the game is mainly going to consist of us doing loyalty missions and side missions, and that's it. And there are several great loyalty missions on the horizon, no pun intended. But the thing I was saying about the IFF mission is I do everything I can before the IFF mission. You technically don't need to, but, you know, like I mentioned, if you have that prior Mass Effect knowledge, you know that that's the right thing to do, because you have some room to do some missions after you get the IFF and after you get Legion, but it's kind of dangerous to do that because you want to be able to do Legion's loyalty mission. If you still have missions you haven't done yet in your journal after you get Legion, his loyalty mission doesn't unlock until you do, I think, 1 or 2 extra missions, and by then the crew might get kidnapped and you won't be able to do Legion's loyalty mission, and therefore I don't know what repercussions off the top of my head. It could be anything as simple as he's not loyal, therefore he has a chance of dying if you don't pick the right squad mates throughout the suicide mission, or it could be as big as like you can't save the Geth or something in Mass Effect 3. I'm not quite sure. I'd have to refresh myself, but the point is you want to do all the side missions and all the loyalty missions before getting the IFF, so that once you do the IFF mission, which by the way is the hardest priority mission other than the suicide mission, of course, but once you do that and get Legion and wake him up, you want to be able to just talk to him right away and get his loyalty mission right away, so that once you do his loyalty mission, you have nothing to do except the end of the game. You get the crew kidnapped and you just hop right into the suicide mission. That's always what I found to be the best, because you also have to do that you also want like Tally's loyalty mission done before you do that, because you want to get their fight out of the way. After you do the loyalty mission of Legion and Tally, they have a fight where you can just milk even more Renegade or Paragon points. And same thing, you'll see the same thing once we do Jack's loyalty mission, because once you do Jack and Miranda's loyalty mission, they'll get in a fight where you can milk more Paragon and Renegade points. Again, if you have enough at the start. I tend to do Jack's loyalty mission a little bit to the end in this session, just because I want to pass that check. But yeah, that's kind of my mentality. I just wanted to give you guys the idea of what the rest of this playthrough is going to look like, as well as my reasoning for that. So let's go ahead and do our rounds one more time. I'm actually going to I'm worried if I do a few N7 missions right now, I'm going to miss out on being able to do fit Jacob's loyalty mission in. So I might hop into Jacob's loyalty mission right away. And whatever time we have left, we'll just fill in with N7 missions. But we definitely need that. Like, once we max out our heavy pistol damage, that gun's going to be much better. Because it's already powerful enough. You know, but the thing that holds it back is its ammo capacity, in my opinion. You just really run out way too fast, in my opinion. But once we get that damage up, like we'll be able to kill enough enemies with the ammo we have, in my opinion. Damage protection, of course. Yeah. Wait, hold on. Let's do this first. Just loading up on those upgrades. Okay. That's it. I would say we're running out of resources, but I genuinely don't think we are. I think we're still really good on those. Let's see if Kelly has anything to say.
Had me so worried when you were trapped on the collector ship.
I think the automatic fish feeder is available soon.
That sounds like more than just professional concern, Kelly.
I don't want to romance her. I think you can romance Kelly as a FemShep.
If she had a body, I'd give her a big hug.
Oh, I want my fish feeder, but I don't want to romance her. I have a feeling like if I just say this, it's just you don't get the fish feeder. I could look it up, but I think I've tried to look it up and there's no like set thing. All the guides just say be nice to her and eventually she'll offer to feed your fish for you. But it's just like, how nice is nice enough? Is this nice enough, or do I have to say this? Or is this the romance thing? Fuck it.
Standing right here. Where's my hug?
Oh shit. No, I think I messed up.
Anyway, how may I help you?
Just give me my fish feeder. That's okay. I'll dump you later. Wait, no, I don't know if that confirmed. That's just like a, I like you, Kelly, or am I in denial? I don't know. I'm like actually sweating now, dude. What the fuck? Do it for the fish. I want my aquarium to look like amazing.
That'll be all.
I'll be here if you need anything. Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
If I don't get my fish feeder after this, I don't know what the hell I have to do to get that. What am I doing? Okay, yeah. Still alive. Detective Anaya. Okay, that's from the Samara recruitment mission. Cool. Anyway. I'm sorry, chat. I'm sorry.
Once PROTHEANS repurposed by the Reapers.
Give me my fish feeder, Kelly. And I say give me my fish feeder. In Mass Effect 2, you don't get a fish feeder like you do in Mass Effect 3. The fish feeder is Kelly. When I've been saying, I want my automatic fish feeder, I've been referencing just Kelly.
Commander.
I assume everything's going well.
Good for now. Fractured my thumb on the mute, but I think I may. See you, Commander.
Okay, cool. Well, pretty sure I messed up, but I'm not really planning on romancing anybody in Mass Effect 2, and a little fling with Kelly I don't think matters. I don't think you get the Paramour achievement for having like a little fling with Kelly. Like I'm like 75% sure on that. And because of that, if you were to romance somebody new or somebody old in Mass Effect 3, I don't think if you did a fling with Kelly, it would affect that. I think it only affects it if you're romancing somebody in Mass Effect 2. But I am not romancing anybody in this playthrough for Mass Effect 2. So, yeah. Kelly and Cortez, man. Those are like the I love them both to death, but I don't love them enough to romance them. And they're always the bane of my existence. If I'm a male Shep in Mass Effect 3, Cortez is like a landmine. You know, you want to be nice to him because he's honestly just amazing. I love Cortez, but I don't want to be too nice to where he thinks I'm like, you know, into him. Same thing with Kelly here.
People are talking out there, and I hear it all.
Like someone in chat, look up. Am I worried for nothing? Should I only be worried if I'm a male Shep?
I have to say, that Jacob, he seems pretty intense. I wonder if he likes Japanese girls with a penchant for kleptomania.
So that's the first time we've heard that comment. That's a very common comment from her, though. But it just reminded me of the journal entry we saw of her in the Shadowbroker DLC, where like she writes a poem about Jacob, about his muscles glistening and her nether regions quivering or something. It was so funny. Go ahead and check that out in that past episode, or look it up somewhere. It's hilarious. I freaking love Kasumi. She's so thirsty for Jacob. It's so funny. But let's advance our progress with Thane.
Is there something wrong?
Loyalty mission?
Yes. Now that you are here, though, it seems more
Are you feeling sick?
No. Though I suppose that is a part of it.
I think this is his son. Yeah, this is his loyalty mission.
I had a family once. I still have a son.
I liked it. One of the options. I don't think so.
I haven't seen him for a very long time.
I don't think so.
It's Colliet, the console beams.
Okay,
Put him down.
Thane is, you know, really, he cares a lot about his son, but he hasn't been the best father.
Did my job. I have not seen him.
He wasn't around a lot because of his job.
It's not the choice.
My body. I used my contacts to trace when the soul is weakened by despair. I would like your help to stop him. He is. I don't know why.
And Kolyat is getting into some crime, which is not what you know anyone wants for him.
The hammer lit. It rains. It all perfect memory. It is sometimes.
Oops. Sorry, Thane. Didn't mean to make you go through that.
Perfect memory. It is. He acquired it early. I'll be meditating it.
Okay. So now Thane's loyalty is locked in. Let's see what Miranda has to say. Yeah, I don't know if I liked it was one of the options. Was I liked it like? Is that for the romance or the fish feeder? Because I just said, "Where's my hug?"
Commander, what can I do for you?
Do you have a minute?
There's a lot to do, Shepard.
Yeah, okay.
Of course,
I might not talk to Miranda until we, like, I don't know, get Jack's loyalty mission done. Yeah, I didn't see I liked it. So, I don't know. I don't think that locked in. We just can't a girl give a friend a hug without wanting to bang them? Come on. Come on.
What's this area of the ship?
Like, don't read into it too much, Kelly. Like, you know, just a hug, Kelly. Just a hug.
Collectors and Protheans. It's all above my pay grade. I'm more used to putting down rebellions, tracking down bastards who didn't pay their gambling debts. Still, even I know a galaxy-shaking revelation when I hear one. Makes fighting land wars for pay seem small time.
Okay, I didn't... Okay. So I do remember that. I remember asking her at the very beginning, are you happy here? And then I remember saying, we won't. And then she says her cheesy line about closing my eyes and letting Shepard catch her. Yeah, I remember that. And I'd embrace you, I know for a fact, is that romance thing. I know that would initiate that. So I didn't pick that. I didn't pick informal. Oh wait, did I? Oh, did I? Okay. That, if I picked that, then that means I can't invite her up. Okay. Okay. You know what? Let's do this. Let's do this. I'm gonna pull up my conversation with her. Let's go ahead. You think I know how to find it? Here we go. Yeah, I'm gonna pull that up. We'll discover it together, because I think I may have picked that. I think I may have picked informal is fine. Let's see, was it in this episode?
It's Average Row, and welcome
no, it was in episode 2 of my Mass Effect 2 playthrough. I think. Yeah, okay, here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this up here. Put this up on the stream. Okay. That's me. Stream Inception here. Okay. So Renji's coming in clutch with like the Mass Effect wiki copy paste. 3 types of relationships with Kelly: flirty, friendly, and professional, as determined by your choice in your second conversation. An informal relationship means you can only have her take care of fish, while flirty means will mean you get the fish and the captain's cabin, or yeah, captain's cabin scene at the end of the game. A professional relationship has neither. Well, let's just see. Let's see. I don't want to pick out my my second conversation with her. That would take too long. But I will be able to find my first. Oh wait, no, I'm already on Omega. Come on, man. I'm pretty sure this is it. I'm pretty sure this is the episode. No, I didn't talk to Kelly. The heck? You know what? I thought it was right here. If I can't find it here, then I might have to just find it in a different playthrough. Or a different, just on my own time, I mean. Because yeah, I did like a weird thing where I just did a bunch of side missions before doing anything else. Even though that's what I said you have to do, but that means like it's harder to find that first conversation I had with Kelly. You know, it might have actually been in the first episode, actually. Yeah, I think I went to the wrong episode here. Let me do this. Let's go here. Oh, Mass Effect 1. Might have been at like the very end of my first. No, yeah, see. Oh, I know what it was. I know why. It's not. I didn't stream it because I don't know if you remember. I lost an entire session because of my whole editing software thing, and it didn't record, and it's just, you know, well, it did record, but I couldn't edit it. So I'll have to check the tape definitely on my own time. Sorry for wasting all that time, but yeah, I do remember that. I do remember that now. My conversation with her was recorded, but not uploaded to my YouTube channel. That's right, because I had that. Yeah, I had that whole mess up where I couldn't upload that footage, but they really didn't miss out on much because I just did a bunch of side stuff and whatever. Yeah, let's go ahead and get rid of that. Okay. I'm honestly not sure. I may have not picked the right options here. I'll have to write that down for future playthroughs. Wait, there's no one to talk to here, actually. Well, let's see if Ken and Gabby have anything to say.
Ken, do you think we'll make it through this?
Of course we will, Gabby.
I mean, as long as we take down the collectors, it's all worth it. Even if we don't make it.
Don't even think that. We'll make it through.
Bit more grim. Less funny. just because things are getting a bit more serious now. But let's go ahead and get Jacob's loyalty mission out of the way. It's probably, yeah, I think it's my least favorite loyalty mission. Like, it's just, there's not really anything that good I can say about it.
I'm surprised by Thane's spiritual. I'm not sure if I find him.
That'll be all.
It's always nice chatting with you.
Didn't mean to do that! God damn it, Kelly, you're causing me all these
How
issues.
may I help you, Commander?
Do you have a moment to talk?
I always have time for you, Commander.
How do you feel about being
But mostly I feel encouraged. I trust you implicitly. The moment I met you, I knew I could close my eyes, fall back, and you'd be there.
Your trust is
I knew it would. Anything else you'd like to talk about?
I better go.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I said the first time. I didn't say I'd embrace you, and I didn't obviously go for the bottom option. Kelly, I gave you a damn hug. I want my fish feeder. And if I have to see you, if I went too far and I see you shaking your butt for me in my cabin at the end of the game, I'll just consider that a bonus. Because you get. I mean, I feel so bad for her because she gets so shafted in Mass Effect 3. Like, if you think Miranda gets shafted, like Kelly, like, it's so easy to miss her in Mass Effect 3. But like, you can get Ken and Gabby back on the ship. Engineer Adams comes back. Conrad Werner is back. Like, but Kelly's just like. Funnily enough, I think. No, she's not involved with Conrad. That's a different. Yeah, I think Rita's sister from Mass Effect 1 gets together with Conrad in Mass Effect 3, funnily enough. But we did just buy a bunch of upgrades, so I am gonna do my scanning here. Because again, whenever you do a priority mission, after talking to Elusive Man, it sends you right to the system. You don't get to travel there and scan beforehand, so yeah. Like, I'm not worried about keeping everyone alive in the suicide mission, getting enough Paragon and making the right choices for Mass Effect 3, war assets and stuff. I'm worried, did I go too far for, like, with Kelly, and am I even gonna get the fish feeder? Like, if I get the fish feeder, like, this playthrough is a success in my eyes. Like, I could mess up everything else, and I'll just be glad I was able to get my aquarium set up. And the thing is, I hate it because it's just like, by the time you get her to feed your fish for you, it's like the end of the game. And you don't get to enjoy your aquarium anyway. Like, ideally, like, when you would invite Liara up to your cabin or something, you would, you know, have a whole stocked aquarium filled with fish and be like, yeah, check out my fish, Liara. What do you think about that? But instead, all I had was my space hamster. And like, yeah, the space hamster's great, but the space hamster has to be, you know, working in tandem with the aquarium full of exotic galactic fish, you know? Or else it's just not the same. It's not the same. But either way, we better get it. That's all I'm saying. We better get it. I'm sweating and stressing out way too much to not get it in the end. Imagine if you had to feed your space hamster. Like, that's what makes the space hamster so S tier compared to the fish. It's just like, the space hamster doesn't die if they're not fed, if he's not fed after one single mission. I don't know if it's like a single mission, but like, they die so easily, and then you have to like buy them all over again. It's just not worth it, you know? So like, maybe I don't want to do, like, you know, we did like Miranda's loyalty mission, right? And then we went straight into Thane's recruitment mission. I think if I did that and had fish, they would have died. You know, but I didn't want to have to go back onto the Normandy just to feed my fish when I could literally just start the next mission right then and there. You know, that's why it's just, and that's just one example. You know, once we get to Tachanka, like, there's another example of that where one of the mission ends on Tachanka on planet, and I don't have to go back to the Normandy just to keep my fish alive. You know, that's why I'm so glad in Mass Effect 3. Like, the first time you go to the Citadel, I'm pretty sure you can just buy an automatic fish feeder. It's pretty expensive, and, you know, maybe some people wouldn't think it's worth it, but in the end, like, I'm buying that the second I see it, you know? So that my my aquarium can look super awesome by the time I get my romance scene. Like, I just, you know, I always forget in this type of playthrough, narrative playthrough that I'm going for, in this playthrough, I don't get a romance scene until Mass Effect 3, because Mass Effect 1 I romanced Caden, and he died on Vermeer, so I didn't get to, you know, go to town with him. And then in Mass Effect 2, I don't really like romancing. You know, my preferred playthrough of Mass Effect 2 doesn't have a romance involved, just because I feel like, you know, the options aren't my favorite. And on top of that, I don't feel like it kind of, I don't feel like it fits the feel of it. That was such a dumb sentence. I don't feel like it fits, you know, my idea of Shepard's mindset in Mass Effect 2. Like, she just came back from the dead and is you know, is prepping for a suicide mission, you know. And yes, you could argue, oh, well, in Mass Effect 3, the whole galaxy's about to get taken over by the Reapers, but, like, you know, I mean, by then it's like the end, and, you know, you don't want to not get a romance scene in Mass Effect 3, you know what I mean? Especially, like, you know, depending on who you romance, like I hate to remind some Tally-mancers in the chat this, but, like, Tally's romance scene in Mass Effect 3 is terrible. And one, like, in the original version, you get that terrible romance scene with Tally where takes off the mask and, oh, we finally get to see it. We finally get to see it. Nope, you don't get to see her face. And the only thing you do get is her jumping on top of you and it fading to black. Not even get to see her face. And then she says, oh, I left a little something for you. Like, oh, okay. And it's a edited stock photo of the voice actress that you're supposed to believe is Tally's real face. Like, that's just a slap in the face, you know? As far as I'm concerned. But like, you know, in terms of, I don't know, on a scale of 1 to, I hope my mom doesn't come in while I'm watching this, Liara's romance scene in Mass Effect 3 is like, I hope my mom doesn't come in while I'm watching this. What type of game are you playing? But yeah, who else? Ashley's is pretty high up on that scale, I'd say. But she's not nude. She has her, you know, she has her underwear on. Tally's is like, she might as well be fully clothed and just making out, you know. What else? Garrus's? Oh, what is Garrus's? I don't think I've ever romanced Garrus. I've only, like, watched a YouTube compilation of, like, the progression of his romance, like from Mass Effect 1 all the way to the end of 3. I don't remember. I don't think, yeah, he doesn't, you know, it's not like he gets down and dirty either, if I remember correctly. Thane? Do you get a... I don't know, I'm just now realizing I have not looked up enough of these romance scenes. I gotta get on that. Jacob's is pretty steamy, if I remember that correctly. He takes his shirt off, shows off his glistening muscles, as Kasumi would say. Jax is pretty steamy, but, like, you know, it's Jack. You know, she's already, like, half naked all the time anyway. Doesn't have that same appeal to it. I know the Shadowbroker DLC, if you had a previous romance with Liara in Mass Effect 1, you get a nice little, you know, make out, you know, 2-second makeout scene. It's still something though, but honestly, again, I think the furthest on that scale of one being like they give a peck on the cheek, and this end being, you know, I hope my mom doesn't come in while I'm watching it. Liara's in Mass Effect 3 is just crazy. And I think a big part of it, why all the romance scenes were toned down in Mass Effect 2, is because of the backlash the first game received. If you've seen the romance scene, I use it singular because they're all the same. It's the same exact sequence, whether you're a male Shep and romance Liara or Ashley. Liara is just subbed out for Ashley and vice versa, depending on who you picked. And if you're a FemShep and romance Caden, well, obviously, if you're a FemShep and you romance Liara, it's the same exact scene as the male Shep one, except you're subbed in as a FemShep. And Caden obviously takes the role as the male, and then you are the FemShep, so you do like the other stuff. It's the same scene. That's pretty steamy. Like their clothes are completely off. They don't show anything, obviously, but they show it pretty much as you can without showing anything. And you know, they just do like, I don't know, think of like any cheesy PG-13 romance scene in a movie. Like that's pretty much what they do. They don't like, you know, go at it or anything. Like, I'll just say, it's nothing like Last of Us 2, if you know what I'm talking about. If you know, you know. It's nothing like that, where it's just kind of like, I had to censor it in my YouTube video of it, you know, and during my blind playthrough of Last of Us 2, because I was just, I don't know, I wasn't comfortable showing that like on screen, and like, you know, even like with people with like face cam, they would just sit there like watch it. It's just like, I don't know, I feel so awkward doing that. Anyway, I just got it playing through my head now. Like, for me, it was just uncomfortable to me. Like, I get it why it was necessary to have it. And, you know, The Last of Us it's a very mature story in many ways. So I'm not knocking the devs for putting, you know, a romance scene with Abby in there. But, like, I don't know. It's just weird to me. I don't know. Am I being, like, so lame? I don't know. Anyway, we move on. Jacob's loyalty. Maybe I'm just trying to stall. So I don't have to do this terrible loyalty mission. But we are gonna do it anyway because we have to. We don't want good old Jacob dying and not being able to have a family in Mass Effect 3. So I guess we'll do it for him. Bro, you're always lame. Damn it, Stoat. Oh man. But I don't even know how that whole Mass Effect romance comparison thing started. Although I will say, Miranda's Mass Effect 2 romance scene is pretty good in terms of that scale. It's pretty like close here. Just like dang, Miranda. It's Miranda. You know, that's already on this far end of that scale anyway.
I have detected an anomaly.
I remember playing this for the first time, and like she started like, you know, doing her thing, like unzipping, and I was like, surely not. Surely they would not show anything. And you know, of course they didn't end up showing anything. First time I played Mass Effect 2 was in high school, so I'll just let you imagine what my reaction was when they didn't do what I thought they were gonna do. But, you know, with that said, it was still, you know, a good romance scene as far as, you know, the scale I mentioned is concerned. But Tally's like, you know, one reason I'm glad I didn't get into Tally as like my favorite romance is because how disappointing her romance scenes are, you know. Because like Tally's very pretty in my opinion, as far as, you know, an alien is concerned. Wow, I sounded like Ashley with that sentence, you know, as far as an alien's concerned. But you know what I'm trying to say. Like, look at Andromeda. You know, as every Mass Effect fan that didn't bother playing Andromeda does, I looked up all the romance scenes, because why not? You know, if I'm not going to play the bad game, you know, and before all you Andromeda haters, you know, jump on me, like, I say bad game in comparison to the original trilogy. You know, bugs aside, from what I've heard and seen, Andromeda doesn't look that bad. You know, it's one of those things where if you compare it to the originals, of course they're gonna look bad. Like, the Hobbit movies aren't really that good, but they're not terrible. They're only terrible if you compare them to the masterpiece that is the Lord of the Rings trilogy. You know, I feel like Andromeda isn't terrible. It's not really that good either, but it's not terrible unless you compare them to Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3. But that's why I've just never been interested in playing it. But of course, I'm not gonna, you know, I'm just gonna look up Mass Effect Andromeda romance scenes, because why not? And they have one with a it's not a Turian, it's one of the new species, you know. So like, and it was pretty steamy. They're like in a waterfall, like a steamy waterfall or something. Like, I was like, okay, you know, you do you. I'm sure, you know, people who were into that character were really happy with that romance scene. So like, my point is, you can make a good romance scene with an alien in Mass Effect, you know. That's not an Asari. Because obviously in Asari, it's too easy. That's like easy mode, you know. Show me like a, you know, a Krogan romance scene. What would that even begin to look like? You know what I mean? But obviously you can't romance a Krogan. But like, as far as like a Quarian's concerned, I feel like they're the most humanoid looking other than Asari when it comes to aliens. You know, I guess you could say Batarians, but I don't know. I don't think anyone's ever said, man, I wish I could romance a Batarian. that Batarian terrorist in the Bring Down the Sky DLC was just making me feel some type of way. I don't think anyone's ever felt that way. But yeah, my point is, Tali fans got, I don't know, for being one of the best romances in the game, she has one of the worst romance scenes out of any character, in my opinion. But that's just my opinion. Again, just the romance scenes. Obviously, Tali has a great romance, probably the best balanced one overall. Well, in my opinion, Liara has the best balanced one, just because you see her a lot, and you can actually romance her in Mass Effect 1. But definitely has an S tier romance. I'm talking about romance scenes. Like look it up. Look it up. Oh man, look at that Paragon bar, guys. Look at that Paragon bar. Boom. Basically full. I think we get some Paragon points in this mission as well. So I think we might be able to finish off this session with full Paragon. What do I want to... Champion? What the heck is... Oh yeah, that's my class thing. I wanted to hold off on upgrading Slam because I think I'm going to sub it out for a defensive ability once I unlock it. So, looks like Pool. We're going to work on Pool now. Cool. See, look at Jacob rocking the noob shotgun. Let's get you a Geth plasma shotgun in your life. Shepard, let's take off the cane. The arc projector is gonna make this super easy. Excuse me. But I hope you, whatever Jacob fans are out there, I hope you don't mind. I'm gonna skip through this. I'm gonna speed run this basically. Once I've finished equipping all this, I'm speed running this.
You bet.
Because this is my least favorite loyalty mission, so I'm just not feeling it.
They could have survived impact.
Not feeling it.
It's been years. Looks like it was stripped after the crash.
I'm gonna go through the dialogues, even though I think a lot of them are skippable. Like, not just like talking with them and skipping through their dialogue, just not even initiating the conversation in general.
From the look of it, this beacon's
That's not right. But where is
But I think, you know, there might be some Paragon, you know, bonuses here and there, so I'm gonna make sure I get at least go through all of these.
Pause in beacon protocol is
Let's check the ship. My father had the beacon for almost 9 years. Maybe that neural decay affected him.
Avoiding it for a decade seems.
Done a lot of talking about random conversations this session. I could have swore I was gonna get to some side missions as well, but once we finish this, I think this is gonna be the last thing I do this session, and then we'll start off next session with clearing out some N7 missions, and then maybe cap it off with a loyalty mission or two. But this is actually really messed up. Basically, you slowly realize that they crash landed here. I forget why, but it wasn't anything, you know, it was a genuine accident and just freak accident. But this island was not sustainable for the entire crew. So obviously some people died in the crash, but the remaining survivors were not able to be taken care of for all of them. I mean, I don't really like this loyalty mission, so I'm not the best at explaining it, but basically they slowly ran out of resources and had to start eating the local fauna to survive, because yes, you got nutrients, but it caused neural decay, mental decay. Just if you listen to some of the characters here, they can't speak properly, and they don't act civilized, right? And the higher ups on the ship, including Jacob's dad, started taking advantage of the women. You know, I'll leave it at that. Just, you know, taking advantage of the women and pawning them off to, you know, everybody else. And slowly they didn't have enough resources to maintain everybody. So Jacob's dad was the last guy alive, and he just made himself the main character of a harem anime. I'll just leave it at that. He made himself the protagonist of that type of show. So yeah, really messed up. His Jacob's dad does not deserve anything, because, you know, these are real people, just dutiful soldiers that, you know, gave up their lives to serve the Alliance, and he's just taking advantage of them because of the situation he was presented with. He didn't have the morality to not do that to them and find another way to survive, or not stoop to that level, you know. Even just eat the fauna, but don't take advantage of them. You know, just treat them like they're who they are. They're still human beings, you know. But
what are you talking about?
He saw the opportunity and he took it.
His machines and those who help him.
And obviously, the men that wanted to fight against him. You didn't just see what I was able to do. I was about to like itch my nose, and I had my hand like this, and I have to hit this button to hit L2. That's L2. So I like hit the button against my thigh. Yeah, these men were serving on the Alliance as well on the ship, but they were exiled because they talked back against Jacob Taylor and the rest of the higher ups. But you know, they also had some neural decay as well, because it's presumed that they have been eating the local fauna as well to survive. What the?
Can't reach the target.
I tried to charge him, but it didn't work. That would have been really cool if I could charge someone who's glitched out.
That wasn't neural decay. They were feral.
My father wouldn't let this go on. Something is very
He would,
wrong.
Jacob. He would.
Strip for
Oh,
parts.
I really don't like this
Tech's
mission.
wearing out. Those hunters
Speed
must
run.
be laying on the pressure. Is that a settlement? They better be friendlier than the beach group. I need answers.
So you don't get any good music. You don't get any good setting. The story is somewhat interesting, but it's just not fleshed out enough, and like,
They're clearly docile.
I don't know.
In the
I'm
same
not
uniform
a
ranks
fan of
as
this one.
those who attacked
Maybe I'm projecting. Maybe I'm projecting my dislike of Jacob onto my opinion of the mission, but
There aren't any possibly.
It does.
You have his face.
Forced us to eat.
Why would my father force
yeah.
us?
So you know, through some dialogue and data pads, you come to realize that yeah, Jacob's dad is not all right in the head.
What the hell? Somebody had to push them to make that. That's borderline worship.
This soundtrack sounds very Mass Effect 1 in a good way, I will say. In terms of like, it has those like low bass synths. I don't know how best to describe it, but I don't know, it's just very reminiscent of Mass Effect 1 for me. I know I just said it doesn't have a good soundtrack, but Like, I still stick by that. Like, it doesn't have like a Shadow Broker level soundtrack or I'm trying to think of a loyalty mission with a good soundtrack.
You have his face, but you this I forget how to.
Okay, nice lady. We're trying to help you. You're gonna skip through the conversations here. Okay, I may have missed stuff, but honestly, I could care less here. I'm pretty sure you do die if you don't stand clear. Wait, no, you don't die. I'm pretty sure you don't die. You can, if you have a high enough shield level and whatever. I'm pretty sure you don't die.
The old corpse has been posed like a wall.
Again, don't quote me on that. If you're playing through the game yourself and you try it and you die, not my fault. Not my fault.
Enemies.
Dang, lost that guy into the wall with my shockwave. Let's do that again. The Locust is just so good at handling base enemies, you know. Does the perfect amount of damage, you have enough ammo to handle it. It's just such a good all-around weapon in my opinion. Sometimes those damage indicators just throw me for a loop. So like these enemies are like so easy. Just a bunch of mechs and like no shields or armor or anything. So like not even the combat is engaging. Excuse me, did you hear that? Oh man. Okay, I think this is the last area. Like, yeah, this is it. This is the last area. It never ceases to amaze me how like low tier this mission is. So they give you some ammo here because like the big boss at the end of it is just a Loki mech, and we fought so many of those, and it's not even two, it's only one. I'm pretty sure.
Hostile combat drone.
There's a mech. Okay, let me switch back to my gun here and get rid of these guys. I'm pretty sure this is the last area. If this is not the last area, it has to be like really close to the end. But I'm pretty sure it is the last area. Oh, yeah, there we go. This is the last area. And it's just like, oh, you know, Jacob's one of the first squad mates you get, you know, so of course his loyalty mission's gonna be not that interesting, or not interesting, that's not what I meant to say, like, not too difficult and very, you know, standard, you know, loyalty mission. But it's just like, even Miranda, you know, that would be Miranda's would have to be the same way, but Miranda's I feel like is way more interesting and like way more designed and plays way better, has a better, more interesting story, you know? I don't know. Again, maybe I'm just projecting. Speaking of projecting, I just love how much the arc projector shreds these mechs. Oh, got Miranda. And that's it. That's it. That's Jacob's loyalty mission. That is it. It was like, what, 3 sections? If that? Yeah, like 3 sections. You fight the guys on the beach. You walk your way through the camp and fight the mechs, and then you come to this last area. That's literally it. And then you have the final conversation, so. Yeah, it is. Biotic Slam is like Sigma's graphitic flux from Overwatch, except it only affects one person.
You're here. I knew a real squad would blow through just fine.
What does he say?
Sorry if the mech scuffed your pads.
He says like, at Universe and sing for me or something like that.
I'll get you something nice when we get back to Alliance.
I mean, if you've played Overwatch, you know that every character has their own voice line they say when they activate their
toxic food turned them wild. They propped me
their
up here in
ultimate
some kind
ability.
of ritual behavior.
Well, that's when you hear an enemy say it. Like, what does he say when you say it or someone on your team says it?
You let all your people talk back like that? Who are you exactly?
I don't think there's an interrupt. Maybe at the end.
Why not me? Yep. I made sure you were taught right. There was some months in. That's it? I can't point to where it all went wrong. And I got a little.
You fought over people like they were toys. It's all about you. Everything.
And after things
until you needed someone to save your ass.
We can help these people.
I don't know who you are.
We'll secure
Give
him for
all.
I'm sorry, Jacob.
I'm 10 years past belief.
That's it. Yeah. The universe sings for me. That's what he says. I never realized that. I love Biotic Slam, but I will be replacing it, unfortunately. But Pool is great, and it fits the same category of biotic ability, in my opinion. The single targeted incapacitator type, I guess you could call
Don't
it.
even give them the tail lights.
What do you mean it wasn't you?
Jacob, if I had beat the...
Jacob.
I did.
Come on.
It was hot. There was a time.
Miranda will discuss you.
I guess he was a good enough father that even he can't figure which promise. Shepard.
Okay. That is it. I'm going to make my rounds one more time. I'll talk to Jacob, get his final thoughts on his or how his loyalty mission turned out. Let's see if we can. Yeah, can't get anything new. All right, Kelly. I demand you feed my fish.
I bumped into Zaid recently. Still, I wouldn't want to be alone with them. Anyway, what's up?
Do you have a moment to talk?
I always have time for you, Commander.
Can you feed my fish?
Okay. Maybe we'll
Man, when does she offer? If you've done the right things, when does she offer to feed your fish? I don't know. What is that melody? That's right. That's what he says. What is that melody?
That stuff with Jacob's dad, it's bullshit, right? Because it looked like bullshit to me. See you, Commander.
Cool. Honestly, I don't think we're going to be able to talk to many people because we just have like all the loyalty missions lined up. Everyone has their loyalty missions available, so these rounds, this Normandy session of rounds should really not take that long.
Thanks for diverting to the guards back, Shepard.
Just got to be careful not to
I appreciate being able
romance.
to clean up that mess. Maybe not the best way to learn about the relatives, but I'm glad it's done. What do you need? Anything else, Commander? Anything else, Commander?
I'm more interested in
Ready?
All right, great. Nice talking to you. Glad I could help with your family trauma. Yeah, let's see. I'm gonna look at the character list here. Okay, Miranda hasn't really been that talkative. Garrus, Samara, Thane, Kasumi. We could talk to Kasumi, but you know, we'll get around to her eventually. Tally, Jack, Grunt. Yeah, we're done. That's it. Let's head up to our cabin. I might check what armor I have just to fill in time here. Let's see. See, my fishless aquarium, because a certain Kelly Chambers refuses to feed my fish, despite me giving her a hug. Space Hamster, you always have a way of lifting up my spirits after looking at my empty fish tank. But I don't know, I've really liked this armor setup. You know, a lot of this is the only other one I would wear, but I think I like this more, the shield strength. And then all we have is these two options, and I will take that. Health, weapon damage, excuse me, amplifier plates. When did I get that? Power damage, weapon damage or power damage? I mean, this looks way cooler, obviously, but power damage might be interesting. By 5%, that's actually pretty decent for an armor piece. Weapon damage only by 3. I don't know, I feel like our weapons are pretty decent anyway, and our powers could use as much damage as they can get, because a lot of them aren't really meant for damage anyway. It's more for like crowd stuff, you know, with like pool or shockwave, and then our biotic charge doesn't really do much damage, so maybe I'll run with that. Yeah, definitely want the offhand ammo pack though, especially now that we're doing a little bit less damage. We're gonna want as much ammo as we can get. Shield strength or health by 10. Oh, that's right. This one was like so ugly. It made my butt look super blocky instead of, you know, nicer like that. So stuck with that. Shield strength by 3 is also pretty decent. Usually I actually make my armor a little bit lighter, I think. I like typically go with that one, but we've been using this one the whole time, so let's just stick with it. Cool. Yeah. All right. Well, so we'll work with these new shoulder pads. I'm sure that they'll serve us well. But that is it, guys. Let's just go ahead and end it in our cabin here. Only ended up doing 2 missions. This is my least productive session if you're gonna just count, you know, amount of missions I completed. But still, they were important ones to get out of the way. The collector ship was important just because it was our second story mission, and it set us on the path of just loyalty mission mayhem. And the Jacob's loyalty mission was important because it's important to get it out of the way so that we can get to the fun stuff. I swear I'm done hating on Jacob. I swear. Jacob's a great guy, great man, great soldier. But yeah, so the next session is gonna just look like a bunch of side missions as well as maybe 1 or 2 loyalty missions. Kind of similar to this session as well, but it's important to get those side missions out of the way because you just get extra resources, extra credits, maybe even some Paragon as well. So we'll be hitting a lot of those because we unlocked a nice string of mercenary-based side missions after doing Jacob's loyalty mission. So I'll probably end up doing that. But yeah, that's what next session is looking like. So hope you guys have been enjoying it. If you enjoyed what you've been watching and like what you see, please consider following my Twitch channel and subscribing to my YouTube channel. This session, as well as all my previous sessions, can be found on my YouTube channel. I typically upload maybe three or so days after the live session on Twitch to my YouTube channel. So yeah, I guess that's it. Thank you all for joining. See you, Renji. See you, Stoat. Viva Ronaldo. Viva Ronaldo. But yeah, I guess I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.